I met Rick Catlett when I first joined what was the Gator Bowl at the time, back in somewhere around 2003, and have been working on that committee ever since, and through different committees really got to know Rick really well.
Rick has been and continues to be a presence, a force in sports in Jacksonville. And to have that consistency and to have that commitment is what drives success in any organization. When you have a leader, when you have someone that's driving the cause, that's focused, and that is there, you get a win, and that's why we're winning.
So Rick and I worked together for 8.5 years, and we would laugh and talk about all the crazy experiences we had as aides to Mayor Godbold. And he's never lost that spirit. I can run into Rick anywhere at any time and we can just start laughing.
He was never on time coming in. He'd always be late coming to office. One of the aides came up and said, Mr. Mayor said, Naomi has a suggestion. Naomi was our greatest asset there. She was the black lady on the front desk, and we all loved her. And Naomi has have to spend so much time with Rick calling in late. And there's about 20, and we got together with Naomi, and there's about 32 excuses he's used now. So Naomi has suggested that from now on, rather than her to type that up and type it up as a report and make 3 copies, and one to McClure and then one to you and one to the secretary, that we've listed the 32 reasons that he's late, and all he has to do now is call in and say number 3 or number 4 or number 5, and that'll cut down all this paperwork and cut the time down.
When I first took office, Rick had been a chauffeur for the mayor, changing flat tires, doing some errands for the mayor, different things from what I understood and what I understood from him. Then the mayor, Godbold at the time, got him involved in sports, and as they started looking at football possibilities of national football teams coming to Jacksonville, and it was a long haul. We picked up utilizing Rick after I took office. He and Larry Jaffe, a citizen in Jacksonville, were both very active in looking out for an NFL team to come to Jacksonville.
I'm from the Northeast. I'm Italian. My father told me years ago, only hang around with Italians. So this guy Rick shows up in my life. It's not going to work. So I have to rename him. So I call him Riccatoni. So for all of you people who have those brochures out and you see a tribute to Rick Catlett, he's really Riccatoni, and he's a great Italian.
One of the most trustworthy guys that you'll ever meet is my brother. And loyalty, unbelievable. Loyal to a fault. We're all Georgia fans. We're born on the campus of the University of Georgia. Thursday afternoon, somewhere in the 60s, Rick comes in. Florida had won 4 in a row, 5 out of the last 6, and he goes, "Daddy, I think I want to be a Gator." And Daddy yells out, "Mama, you better come in here because I think your youngest son needs a new place to live." When he switched over to Florida, he actually went on the bench, called them sideline passes back then, the Georgia bench wearing a Gator ball cap. When the game's over, we go meet the coaches and the players on the Georgia side and congratulate, and Coach Vince Dooley comes out and he looks at Dad and he says, "Charlie, I don't mind the kids sitting on the bench, but Ricky needs to rethink his headgear."
Rick has been a central force for sports in Jacksonville for more than 30 years, going back through his work in the mayor's office into his Gator Bowl time, which has continued, and up through the Jacksonville Sports Council that exists today. Rick has been in all of that, and so he has been the central figure, I would say, for sports in this community for all of those virtually decades.
He's a great spokesman for sports in Jacksonville, and not only in Jacksonville. He has elevated this city, not only in Duval County and in Northeast Florida, but nationally and internationally.
Not only the city of Jacksonville, the country as a whole, and the military. His son is a naval aviator. He is so passionate, so committed to do everything he can to help these people out, and just like what we're doing at the Navy Notre Dame game, and honoring these warriors. He's passionate about it. Rick Catlett is a patriot, period.
I'm not sure this community knows everything that Rick Catlett has done for us here in Jacksonville. The Take a Child to the Game program allows for children who might never have the opportunity to go and see an event in a football game like we put on every year, to go and enjoy the game. They're picked up in buses and they're taken to the game. They get a meal, they get a t-shirt. It's a great event for them. And Rick and his staff make sure that that's an experience that they'll never forget.
I saw how hard he worked. I saw how hard he worked in helping us get a team, helping us with the tolls, helping us with the odor, helping us with the number of regular daily issues that we had.
He's still Rick Catlett. He's still the guy that I had, ran with in cars with the mayor, or met them, or the mayor was screaming at us. He's so mad at us. I mean, we went through a lot of. We have some funny stories to tell, but he's still the same person as he was when I first met him.
Relationships are what contribute to success, and Rick has built and maintained relationships both locally and nationally, and those relationships put us on the map, so to speak, and have elevated us above just being on the map.
He learned fast. He didn't make those mistakes and those errors. And Rick was kind of nonchalant when he came to us, but when he left, he was a businessman. And he was a sportsman.
Individual accomplishments, I don't think that makes a difference to him. I think what makes a difference to him is that he's made a difference. He's been loyal to the city, as we've talked about. He's accomplished so much, but just him being able to do something to the quality of all of our lives has been the big deal for Rick.
The chance to grow up with that exposure really has been such a privilege. We've had many times to go, and he's shared with me those experiences, whether it was games, Super Bowls, golf outings. A lot of those things I'm glad I never took for granted, and it was because of his hard work and the fruits of that labor that I got the chance to experience those.
Hi, my name is Rachel, and I'm Rick Catlett's daughter. Just wanted to share with you a little bit of how proud I am of my dad. He loves Jacksonville, and he loves the people of Jacksonville. When he makes decisions, he bases them on his love for people and for the community.
On behalf of everybody at TaxSlayer, I want to congratulate Rick on receiving the Florence Davis Community Achievement Award. It is well deserved. Congrats, Rick.
With all the things and all the times that we've worked together, I want to thank you for what you've done for this city, not just in the area of football, but in the other many areas of, I mentioned tolls and odor and other things that we had to deal with, all impacted the quality of life for Jacksonville. It's made us a better city, and you've made us a better city, and for that, we're very, very appreciative. Thanks, Rick.
Congratulations, Rick. You deserve it. I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Rick, I just wish you absolutely, I'm just so happy that you're being honored. The honor is so deserving, and I'm so glad Community Connections, of all the wonderful nonprofits in the world, is doing it for you. And I just want to wish you well, and Carol and your children. I remember them when they were just young youngsters, Rachel, Brian. They're just wonderful human beings and adults now, but you've never lost that wanderlust and that wonderful way of life and the kindness that you show all of us. You've always been one of the kindest and most gentlemen of anyone I've ever known. I just wish you well, and congratulations. It is so well deserved.
Rick, I've really enjoyed our time that we've spent together, and there's going to be a lot of years ahead that we'll do that as well. But I feel like we've accomplished a lot together. It's been a great partnership. Rita and I love you and Carol, and we wish everything the best for you.
Hey Rick, congratulations on this great honor. I can't think of anybody more deserving than you. Congrats.
Rick, in closing, as your whatever a BFF means, because like I said, 66 years old, you have no clue what these initials mean. But all I can tell you is congratulations and job well done. You deserve it.
Rick, there's just one more thing I want to ask of you. We all know you're in the fourth quarter of your career, but I'm going to ask you this. Do not take a knee, run the clock out. We need to continue to throw it down the field and make a difference around here. I love you and I am proud of you.